10 things seniors after 70 should release for a more joyful, stress-free life. Hey there, folks. Welcome to Oldy Talks, where we explore how to make the golden years truly shine. If you're tuning in, you've probably crossed that milestone of 70 or beyond. And let me just say, congratulations. You've earned every laugh, every story, and every bit of wisdom that comes with this stage of life. Now, we've all heard the saying, letting go is the key to happiness. It sounds nice, but let's be honest. What exactly do you let go of? What do you hold on to? And why does it even matter? Well, holding on to things that weigh you down, whether it's old habits, worries, or even certain people, can keep you from enjoying the peace and freedom you've worked so hard for. But letting go of the right things, that's like clearing out the attic of your mind and heart, making space for what really counts. Joy, connection, and a life that feels like you. Today, we're diving into 10 things you might want to consider releasing to make your days brighter and your heart lighter. These aren't about giving up anything important. They're about ditching what's holding you back so you can grab hold of what truly matters. For each one, we'll talk about why it's tough to let go, why it's worth it, and how to take those first steps. And don't worry, I know change isn't easy, especially when something's been part of your life forever. So I'll share some ideas for easing into it, plus a story from someone who's been there to show you it's possible. Ready to lighten the load? Let's get started. 1. Driving. When it's no longer safe, you've probably spent decades behind the wheel, cruising down the highway with the radio blaring, feeling like the king or queen of the road. In America, driving isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about freedom, independence, and that open road feeling. But as we hit our 70s and beyond, things change. Maybe your eyes aren't as sharp, your reflexes are a bit slower, or those medications make it harder to focus. Holding onto the keys when it's not safe anymore isn't freedom. It's a risk, not just to you, but to everyone else on the road. Now, I get it. Giving up driving feels like losing a piece of yourself. The thought of relying on someone else to get to the grocery store or your weekly breakfast at the diner stings. For many of us, cars are tied to memories. First dates, road trips with the kids, or just the pride of keeping that old Chevy polished. Plus, in so many American towns, especially in the suburbs or rural areas, there's no subway or bus stop around the corner. You might be thinking, if I don't drive, I'm stuck. What kind of life is that? And there's this fear of being a burden, of losing control over your own schedule. But here's why letting go matters. Safety and peace of mind are worth more than any car. The CDC says drivers over 70 are more likely to be in accidents, especially at night or in busy traffic. One wrong turn could hurt you, someone else, or leave you with guilt you don't need. Holding on to driving out of habit or pride keeps you stressed, worrying about that next trip, squinting at road signs, or gripping the wheel too tight. Imagine instead a life where you're not anxious every time you leave the house, where you can relax knowing you're getting around safely. So how do you start? First, be honest with yourself. Get your eyes and reflexes checked. Your doctor or the DMV can do a quick test. If they say it's time to hang up the keys, trust them. They're not out to steal your freedom. Next, explore other ways to get around. Most towns have senior ride programs. Some are even free through community centers or churches. Uber and Lyft are great for quick trips, and you'd be surprised how friendly some drivers are. If you're nervous about coordinating rides, ask a family member or neighbor to help plan a few outings. It's not about losing control. It's about choosing a smarter way to stay free. If you're not ready to quit driving cold turkey, that's okay. Try cutting back. Stick to daytime drives on familiar roads, avoid rush hour, or take a refresher course at the AALA. They've got classes just for seniors that can boost your confidence and even lower your insurance. Another idea? Start small by mixing in other options, like carpooling with a friend to your card game. It's a way to ease into relying less on your car while still feeling in charge. Let me tell you about George, a 75-year-old from Arizona. He loved his pickup truck, called it his old pal, from back when he hauled camping gear for family trips. But after a fender bender at dusk, he realized his night vision wasn't what it used to be. At first, he fought the idea of giving up driving, worried he'd be trapped at home. His daughter suggested a local senior shuttle service, and he gave it a shot. Turns out, the driver was a hoot, and George started swapping stories with other riders. I thought I'd hate it, he said. But now I look forward to the ride. It's like a little adventure, and I don't stress about parking anymore. He kept his truck for nostalgia, but hasn't driven in months. Your next step? Try one trip this week without driving. Maybe ask a neighbor to take you to the store, or check out that senior ride program. Notice how it feels to let someone else handle the wheel. You might find it's not about losing freedom, but gaining a new kind of ease. The need to be at every community event. If you're like a lot of folks over 70, your calendar's packed with church suppers, VFW meetings, book clubs, or charity bake sales. In America, being part of the community is a big deal, especially in small towns where everyone knows your name. It's how you stay connected, feel valued, and keep that sense of purpose. But saying yes to every single event can leave you wiped out. Your energy isn't what it was at 50, and running from one potluck to the next might be stealing time from what really makes you happy. Why is it so hard to step back? Community is everything for many of us. It's where you've built friendships, shared faith, maybe even led the charge on a fundraiser or two. Skipping the annual fair or missing a Sunday service might make you worry. People will think you're slacking off or don't care anymore. And let's be honest, there's a little pride in being the one who's always there, the reliable face in the crowd. Plus, after retirement, these events fill your days, and the idea of an empty calendar can feel like losing your place in the world. But holding on to this need to be everywhere comes at a cost. You're spreading yourself thin, maybe skipping naps or pushing through aches just to show up. That's not living, it's surviving. The truth is, your community loves you, not for your attendance record. Letting go of this pressure means choosing quality over quantity, picking the events that light you up, and giving yourself permission to rest. It's about making space for quiet mornings, hobbies, or just sitting with a cup of tea and no agenda. Here's how to ease into it. Start by picking your favorites. Love the church choir? Keep that, but skip the planning committee. Crazy about book club? Stay, but pass on the extra potluck. Be upfront with folks. Say, I'm cutting back to keep my energy up, but I'm still cheering you on. They'll get it. Then, carve out time for yourself. Maybe you've always wanted to try painting or just binge watch that Western series everyone's talking about. If you're worried about staying connected, call a friend from the group for a quick chat instead of going to every meeting. Not ready to pull back completely? That's fine. Try going to events every other week instead of every time. Or find smaller ways to contribute, like sending a card to the organizer instead of baking 3 pies. You could even join an online group for your church or club, so you stay in the loop without leaving home. It's about staying involved on your terms, not the calendars. Take Joan, a 72-year-old from Iowa. She was the queen of her town's community center, volunteering, decorating, you name it. But she started feeling drained, snapping at her husband because she was so tired. One day she told the center she'd only help with the monthly bingo night, her favorite. She was nervous they'd be upset, but they threw her a little thank you party instead. I've got time now to garden and play cards with my grandkids, she said. I'm still part of things, but I'm not running on empty anymore. Your next step? Look at your calendar and pick one event this month to skip. Use that time for something just for you, maybe a nap or a good book. See how it feels to put yourself first. Letting go lets you focus on what makes you happy, whether it's a walk in the park or a call with your best friend. It's freedom from a race you don't need to run. Try this. Write down 3 things you love about your life. Your garden, your dog, that diner you go to every Friday. Keep it handy when you start comparing. Stay off social media for a bit. Facebook's highlight reels aren't real life. And when you catch yourself envying someone, flip it. Wish them well and move on. It's like hitting reset on your mood. If you're not ready to ditch comparing entirely, redirect it. Compare yourself to where you were 5 years ago. Maybe you're healthier now or closer to your family. Or join a group where folks share stories, not status, like a memoir writing class or a coffee meetup. It's a way to connect without measuring. Meet Sally, a 73-year-old from Florida. She used to scroll Instagram, feeling bad that her friends were traveling while she stayed home after knee surgery. One day she joined a local gardening club instead of checking her phone. I started showing off my roses, she said, and realized I didn't care about their trips anymore. My backyard's my paradise, and that's enough. Now she swaps plant tips with new friends and feels prouder than ever. Skip social media for one day and do something you love. Maybe cook your favorite meal. Notice how good it feels to focus on U7. Toxic relationships. Not every relationship in your life is good for you, even if it's been around forever. Maybe it's a friend who always complains, a family member who criticizes, or a neighbor who leaves you drained. In America, we're taught to stick by people. Loyalty's a big deal. But holding on to toxic relationships after 70? That's like carrying a backpack full of bricks when you could be strolling free. Letting go is hard because these connections often have deep roots. That friend you met in high school, you've got 50 years of memories. That cousin who nitpicks, their family, and family sticks together, right? American culture celebrates long-term bonds, and cutting them off can feel like breaking a rule. Plus, there's fear. Fear of being alone, of conflict, or of what people will say if you pull away. If you've always been the nice one, saying no feels wrong. But here's why it's crucial. Toxic people steal your peace. They leave you tired, doubting yourself, or dreading the phone ringing. Studies from the American Psychological Association show negative relationships increase stress and even heart risks in seniors. You deserve better. People who lift you up, make you laugh, respect who you are. Letting go isn't about being mean. It's about choosing your own happiness. Start by setting boundaries. If someone's always negative, keep calls short, 5 minutes, not an hour. Or switch to texts, where you control the vibe. Spend more time with folks who make you feel good. Join a card group, a church circle, or just call your favorite grandkid. If you need to fully step away, be kind but firm. I'm focusing on my health right now, so I'll be in touch less. No drama needed. If you're not ready to let go completely, try redirecting the relationship. Invite that negative friend to a fun activity like a movie, where complaining takes a back seat, or limit talks to neutral topics, weather, not politics. You can also explore new connections, volunteer at a food pantry, or try a senior fitness class to build a circle that feels better. Think of Mary, a 77-year-old from Texas. She had a friend, Diane, who called daily to gripe about everything. Health, kids, the world. Mary felt trapped but guilty about pulling away. She started saying, "I've got 10 minutes before my show," and joined a knitting group. The new friends she made were all about laughs and support. "I still talk to Diane sometimes," Mary said, "but my days are full of people who make me smile. I didn't know I could feel this light." Your next step? Pick one person who drags you down and cut your next talk with them in half. Use the extra time to call someone who makes you happy. Putting off planning for the future. Planning for what's next, whether it's your health, finances, or where you'll live, can feel like a chore. You'd rather skip. In America, we're all about living in the moment, and nobody wants to think about getting sicker or needing help. But putting off those plans? It's like ignoring a leaky roof. It'll only get worse. Letting go of procrastination means taking charge of your future so you can enjoy today without worry. Why is it tough? Because nobody likes picturing themselves frail or dependent. You might think, "I'm fine now, why stress about later?" Or maybe you're scared of what you'll find. Hospital bills, tough choices about moving. American culture doesn't make it easy. We avoid talking about aging like it's bad luck. Plus, if you've always handled things as they come, planning ahead feels unnatural, like tempting fate. But avoiding it keeps you anxious, even if you don't admit it. What if you get sick and there's no plan? What if your savings run dry? The National Council on Aging says 80% of seniors haven't planned for long-term care, and that uncertainty can haunt you. Letting go of this habit means peace of mind. Knowing you're ready lets you live now with confidence, not fear. Start by tackling one piece. Meet a financial planner to check your Medicare or savings. It's often free through community programs. Talk to your kids about what you want if you get sick. It's a gift to them too. Or visit a senior living community just to see what's out there. No commitment, just info. Small steps build a safety net without overwhelming you. If you're not ready to dive in, try gathering info slowly. Read an AARP article on long-term care or watch a free webinar. Libraries often host them. Or ask a friend who's planned what they did. It's less scary hearing. it from someone you know. You can also start a future file with basic wishes, like who gets your jewelry, to feel prepared without pressure. Here's a story about Tom, a 71-year-old from Colorado. He kept saying he'd deal with his will and health plans later. Too depressing. Then a buddy had a stroke with no plan, leaving his family scrambling. Tom met a planner at his senior center and set up a simple will and medical directive. "I thought it'd be a downer," he said, "but it's like a weight's gone. Now I fish with my grandson and don't worry what's coming." He even picked a senior condo he might move to one day just to know his options. Your next step? Call a planner or jot down one wish for your future, like where you'd want to live. It's a tiny move toward freedom. Saying yes to everyone's requests. You've probably been the go-to person forever, helping kids move, watching grandkids, lending a hand at church. In America, being there for others is practically a badge of honor, especially for grandparents. But saying yes to every request? It can leave you exhausted with no time for yourself. Letting go of this habit means claiming your days for what you want, whether it's a nap, a hobby, or just peace and quiet. Why is it so hard? Because saying yes feels like love. You want to be the rock for your family, the one they count on. American culture celebrates selflessness. Think of all those TV moms baking cookies for the whole town. Saying no might make you worry you're letting people down, or that they'll think you're selfish. And after years of being needed, an empty to-do list can feel strange, like you're not important anymore. But here's why it's worth it. Your time is precious, and you deserve to spend it on what makes you happy. Constantly saying yes can leave you resentful or too tired for your own joys. A study from the Journal of Gerontology found overcommitting increases stress in seniors, even lowering immunity. Letting go means you're not less loving. You're just loving yourself too, so you can be there for others in a better way. Try this. Next time someone asks for a favor, pause. Say, "Let me check my schedule," to give yourself time to think. If it's not a joyful yes, try, "I can't this time, but I'm rooting for you." It's kind, clear, and guilt-free. Then use that time for you. Read, garden, or call a friend who doesn't ask for anything. If you're worried about family ties, offer help on your terms, like inviting grandkids over when you're ready. If saying no feels too big, start small. Say yes to less, maybe one favor a week instead of 5. Or suggest alternatives, like helping a kid find a mover instead of lifting boxes yourself. You could also set me-time hours where you're off duty, so everyone knows when you're free. Consider Helen, a 76-year-old from Oregon. She said yes to everything, babysitting, church chores, even driving her neighbor's dog to the vet. She was miserable, but felt trapped. One day, she told her daughter, "I need a break from weekly babysitting. Let's do one day a month." She braced for a fight, but her daughter hugged her. "Mom, I just want you happy," she said. Helen started painting again, something she'd dropped years ago. "I'm a better grandma now," she said, "because I'm not grumpy all the time." Say no to one request this week, even a small one. Spend that time on something you love and see how it lifts your spirits. 10. Ignoring your health checkups. It's tempting to skip the doctor. Those eye exams, blood tests, or dental visits feel like a hassle when you're fine. In America, we're busy folks, and lots of us figure if nothing hurts, why bother? But putting off checkups as you hit your 70s can turn small problems into big ones, stealing your energy and freedom. Letting go of this avoidance means taking charge of your health, so you can keep doing what you love for years. What makes it so challenging? For one, nobody loves a waiting room or a lecture about cholesterol. You might think, "I've been okay so far," or worry the doctor will find something scary. Healthcare in America isn't cheap, even with Medicare, and that can make you hesitate. Why spend hundreds on a visit that might just say, "Eat better"? Plus, if you're from a generation that toughed it out, going to the doctor can feel like overreacting, especially if you've always bounced back. But ignoring checkups is like driving with a cracked windshield. Sooner or later, it's trouble. The CDC says catching issues like high blood pressure or early cancer doubles your chances of staying active longer. Delaying means you might miss out on fishing trips, dancing with your spouse, or chasing your grandkids. Letting go of this habit gives you control, not fear. It's about knowing what's up so you can keep living big. Start easy. Book one appointment this month. Eyes, teeth, or a general checkup. Medicare covers most preventive visits, so ask about free screenings. Bring a friend or family member if it feels daunting. They can keep it light. And focus on the win. Every clean bill of health is a green light to keep enjoying life. If needles or tests scare you, tell your doctor. They'll go slow. If you're not ready to jump in, try baby steps. Monitor yourself at home. Check your blood pressure with a cheap cuff from the pharmacy, or track how far you walk each day. Join a senior health fair. They often do free tests with no pressure. Or read up on one health topic, like heart tips on the AARP site, so you feel informed without a doctor's visit yet. Look at Martha, a 79-year-old from Michigan. She hadn't seen a dentist in years, thinking her teeth were fine, but a toothache hit, and she needed a pricey fix that could have been caught early. Her son pushed her to get a full checkup, and they found her blood sugar was off. With a few tweaks, she's back to her book club and feeling great. I was scared of bad news, she said, but knowing what's wrong fixed it. Now I'm planning a trip with my girlfriends. The next move you should take? Call your doctor or clinic and ask about your next recommended checkup. Just making the call is a win. You're already on the path to staying strong.
There you go. 10 things to consider letting go of to make your life after 70 the best it can be. I know it's not easy to change what's been part of you for years, but every step you take is a gift to yourself. You've lived a big, beautiful life.
And you deserve days filled with ease, laughter, and the people and moments you love most. Pick one thing to try. Maybe skip a meeting, ask for a small favor, or book that checkup. See how it feels to let a little weight slip away. Here's to you, and all the good stuff waiting in this next chapter. Thanks for sticking with me through this video. I hope these 10 things to let go of got you thinking about what's weighing you down and what's worth keeping in your life. At the end of the day, letting go isn't about giving up. It's about figuring out what you need to release to feel happier and more at peace. And that's going to look different for every single one of us. Maybe it's a grudge you've been carrying, a habit that's dragging you down, or even an old expectation you've put on yourself. Whatever it is, it's your journey, and you'll know what to let go of and what to hold on to when the time feels right, as long as it brings you that sense of calm and joy you deserve. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one thing you've let go of that's made your life better? Maybe it brought you peace, or maybe it opened the door to more happiness. I'm all ears, and I bet others watching could use the inspiration too. Sharing your story might just spark something for someone else, so don't hold back. Before I sign off, I just want to say a huge thank you for watching and being part of the Oldy Talks crew. You all make this so much fun, and I'm grateful you're here. If you liked this video and want more tips to make your golden years shine even brighter, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss a thing. We've got plenty more coming your way. Here's to letting go of what doesn't serve us and embracing what does. You're not alone on this road. Keep being your amazing self, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.